Hey loves, how y'all doing? I'm doing well. I'm running myself ragged, but that's part of today's video. So it's going to be helpful tips, hopefully, for if you're like me, whether you're doing everything yourself and maybe raising a special needs adult or whatever your situation is, and you've got so much that you got to get done, and you need to have ways to not cut corners, but like eat healthy still, but what can you do? And how can you add in working out? How can you do this? And how can that's pretty much what this video is about, along with a little bit of my oracle cards and along with my books and some other things. Excuse me, I'm exhausted. I went ahead and I got a little yard work done today, along with I published another book today. Well, uploaded it, and so I got a lot of books right now that are that are in review, that are waiting basically to be approved. Now that I've done some research, I want to try to maybe talk a little bit about that as well, like books. I'm not a pro. I'm still researching. I'm learning some things, so please further research. If you're also interested into making books and everything too. So I guess we'll just go ahead and go into that. Oh goodness, thank goodness, because that was the whole reason why I had to make another video, because I was just like, oh my gosh, that my light back here just keeps flashing because it goes through the different cycles. And I was supposed to turn it off and then hit record, but I didn't do that. And so thankfully it just went off. And I was supposed to turn that on. But anyway, I'll turn that on in a second. Maybe not, because it might get in my eyes and blind me. Anyway, let's just stay focused. Like I said, I'm very tired. So I'm pretty sure I'll look at, I can't tell, my screen's over here, so I'm looking at you. So hi. But yeah, so when you're basically, whether you're a busy mom, dad, parent, caregiver, grandparent, etc., whatever your reasons are, there's things that I finally found, if you haven't heard about it, because I didn't hear about it, and it sounds like it's been going on for quite a few years, about meal prepping. And I was just like, well, and that's not just cook the dinners, store it, like the traditional way. Depending on what type of food it is, could last 2 to 3 days in the fridge, depending on how good your fridge works, blah, 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 blah. No, this is actually cooking the meal and being able to store it now. I mean, still pretty much same concept, just about for the fridge. Again, certain foods, this, that, the other, for how many days and this, that, and the other. But it's storing in the freezer too. And I might go ahead and show y'all that as well. But I do want to let y'all know I'll be doing some maybe screen sharing if it'll let me. If not, I'll have to edit and figure a way to do the screen sharing about the books, which I will show y'all. Anyway, I'm trying to stay on topic here. So meal prepping, the reason why it's so important is because what I have in mind is that, like, I'm trying to get to the point to where I can go back out in my yard. I can do housework. I can also work on my work stuff like books, courses, everything that I do. There's a lot that I do. And also start working out, and being able to do our Naturally Recovering Autism program, which is twice a day juices that I got to sit for about an hour or so just to put drops in, this, that, and the other, because it's, herbals and elixirs and other things, as well. And it consumes my time. Cooking consumes my time. Doing these juices consumes my time. Trying to work out, everything just consumes time. So I'm trying to find ways, not only for myself, but while I'm doing this for myself, like while I'm making this video, maybe there's some helpful tips for you too, that maybe you can start also checking into. So what my plan is that I'm thinking about going ahead and trying to do, if I can, a week worth, which would be best, because then therefore it gives me a day to, order the groceries or whatever, and then have a week worth of food that's cooked. That way I don't have to get back in the kitchen but I will only have to warm everything up, that kind of thing. But I will still have dishes throughout the week to do, but the main big bulk of cooking, at least therefore all the dishes will be done in that day. Like when you get done cooking, just make sure everything's tidied and cleaned up. So everything is done in one day. And then therefore, like I said, hopefully it's a week worth of food. Then, like I said, I got, which I'm not supposed to be doing, but I'm going to have to for right now until I can get called up more to be able to have more free time to do, what all I need to do. The juice thing for our Naturally Recovering Autism program. I'm praying I can continue to afford this because we desperately need this if Michael's going to get his life that he deserves, which means he can have a family of his own, this, that, and the other. He doesn't have to stay nonverbal, autistic, and all that. So the program is, like I said, called Naturally Recovering Autism. And so I do have a channel for that trying to do videos again. I got to get back into making the videos. But that channel is just, I don't know what's happening with it. Nobody's on there. I don't know. If you can, please go there. I'd appreciate it. If you're interested in watching us try, not just for us. Again, the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm trying to show others, hey, that there is ways that you can either fully, partially, however amount, recover naturally from autism without medical grade and harmful, stuff that already, anyway, I can't, policies. So, where I'm going at. Anyway, but yeah, so basically, it helps to do it in a natural way that's organic, holistic. You're not jarring the system and causing other problems and this, that, and the other, And I've been doing it myself too. And it's been wonderful progresses for myself as well. And again, all these type of videos, because I'll be talking about that and more and showing it and this, that, and the other on that channel. If you're interested, like I said, I'll be putting that channel in the description and all that stuff. Maybe a pinned comment as well. All right. But as far as the meal prep and all of that, like I said, I'm doing that because like the juice, now I'm going to do the same day that I'm going to do the cooking. I'm going to try to attempt to, if I have enough time, we'll see. There might be times where certain weeks I'm not able to time it up right, but again, same kind of concept with that. I'm going to try to pick a day, hopefully the cooking day, and do the juices in one day. So I'm going to have like all the bottles lined up. I'm going to have glass bottles that I'm going to store in the fridge, and I'm going to try to do at least a week worth of that. And hopefully, it's still powerful enough to do some effects. We'll see. I don't know. But once I get to that, we're going to find out together. But I know we're not supposed to, and it's not as potent, but again, I'm one person. I got to do everything, and I got to keep a sanity as much as possible to keep going forward, to not get so depressed and go backwards like I was going, and this, that, and the other. And there was things that was causing that for me, but I think I fixed it now. And but the other aspects, I got to get fixed too. So it's just a work in progress. That's just how life is. All right. So if you're in a situation like that and you just can't find time and you're having to go and pick up fast food or whatever, and slap cheap, quick meals and snacking on chips and this, that, and the other, because you're in a hurry, maybe check into, like I said, the meal prep and, see from there. Speaking of, before I move forward, let me go get this, and I want to show you all this as well. Okay, so this is going to be a great game changer. Pyrex. All right. They created a amazing dish thing for the meal prep, and it's like 9 by something. Does it say? It's got to say it somewhere. Anyway, it's like 9 by 11 or something like that. I'll look in a minute. And of course, it comes with a lid. Of course, that's not, it's a dark blue lid. It's not the lid part, of course, not microwave, not oven, this, that, the other. However, but it will do the freezer. This does do the microwave, oven, and freezer. And so I don't think microwave. I mean, it probably said, it says microwave. So I guess depending on the size of the microwave you have. But anyway, that is going to help big time because therefore, like I said, when you're doing the meal prep and everything, you're usually going to cook in quantities and things like that as well. And therefore, you'll be able to store it and save it. Yeah, I wanted to see how the lid, okay. I think I like the lid. It's got a good, it actually has a good seal, it seems like. It's on Amazon. If I can remember, I'll try to put the link in there as well. I think they have it on sale right now too, or they dropped it down $3 or something like that. But yeah, so that, like I said, will store a lot of, not only for the meal prepping, but it would be perfect for holidays as well, because if you got food that you're going to be cooking and you're going to be bringing it to the family or whatever, then, so there's many uses, basically, is what I'm saying, for spending your money for something like that, besides just meal prep. And, but I did want to show you all that. I think it might say here. No, it should be 9 by something. It'll be in the description. It'll be in the description. I'll keep looking and wasting time, and that's not going to be helpful. All right, so I think that's pretty much it, because as far as the meal prep part, because like I said, there's a lot to talk about, but I'm going to try to go through it as quick as I can like this. Therefore, it's going to free opening my doors, because if I do the meal prep, the juice is out of the way, and because I have to pick, hopefully I can do it all in one day, get everything cleaned up, this, that, and the other, and then I'll have these small containers that I'll be putting our food in and storing that, the glass containers, and then therefore that'll have to be cleaned daily, and it'll be quick and easy cleanup compared to just, it'll be just the 2 things for me and my little man, the glass containers, compared to pots, pans, spoons, this, that, the other, and so it'll be just easy breezy, clean it up, put it up. All right. And so therefore I can start adding in, working out. I want to do some face workouts as well. Sounds funny, but there is. And I'm just trying to be as informative as I can about as much as I can. Because when I watch videos too, and I hear something new, I'm like, ooh, what's this? And I start researching, and, and so hopefully sometimes my videos will impact you like that, is what I hope for. Let me see. I do need to go into the book. Was that the main thing? It was mainly talking about that, these changes that I'm going to do. And when I do them, I'm going to probably give y'all some updates and let y'all know, like, I found maybe that you have to do it in 2 days, or, like whatever type of tips that, because I'm going to run into mistakes and this, that, and the other with me thinking, oh, it's going to go smooth. And, and then whatever didn't, I'm able to let y'all know too. So I'll try to remember to update with a video like that at some point. I will eventually be getting into, I started to make a week worth of meal prep food. And so it's going to take time to make that video, but I'll be able to probably show all of that. I got to if I can get that kitchen and everything a little more organized, this, that, and the other, maybe I can get some more videos in other locations other than my table and wall. So I'm trying, but right now it's the grass, not the grass, but like the weeds and like the spring stuff is starting to grow now down here where I live at, and which means it's fixing to cover everything, which is I'm going to let a lot of it, as much as I can, grow, because it's vines and flowers and things like that to help the bees jumpstart into the year. So, or all the most of the pollinators. I do have some bee pollinating type stuff that I want to try and see how that works, see if it helps them out as well. And so therefore we can get the bees and everything that's locally, the pollinators and all that, thriving again. Hopefully it'll help with that, along with it'll help, whoever also has local gardens and things like that too. So I'm hoping, we'll see how everything goes with that, but I've still got to finish setting it up outside, because I got to figure out where I'm going to put all that at and all that too. So there's so much that I'm trying to figure, but I finally figured, because I looked at the trees and I'm like, I want to cover them because of the summer. The summer gets insane. So I don't want to lose my trees. I might still end up having to move them where they were at the ending of the year, besides the house, to get any kind of shade. And because there's no trees and stuff in my yard. And so depending on the year and everything, if it's more of a cloudier summer, not as hot or whatever, which would be fantastic. I would absolutely love that. Because the past few years seriously have been unbearable. Like, it's to the point, like, you just cannot cool down regardless of what you do. You can't get anything done outside, even in the evening time. Like, it's still hard to breathe and, things like that. So there's just so much going on with that. But anyway, so there's so much that I'm trying to achieve and do by myself. But if I keep going on like this and keep chipping away, it's going to get things done. Is it going? Okay, I thought my little man was coming in. Anyway, so that's that. I don't know if it'll let me do a screen share, because I'm wanting to show y'all the book and everything. But I will, like I said, all that type of talk that I just did, I will give another video eventually with updates and maybe more tips and things like that. But that's my plan. Maybe you can incorporate something like that. Oh, I can go ahead and show y'all my planner book too and explain. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. I finally got those in, and so this goes perfect with like what I'm talking about right now. So I'll be right back. Okay, so we are back, and I got my books right here. I wanted to show y'all that too real quick. Now, a little bit before I show the books is that I'm realizing it's kind of like the same thing as other platforms. As far as when you're wanting to advertise and get your stuff out there. They all seem to have the same type of catch. Basically, put money into it and hope that you get any kind of views or any sales or any this or any that. And usually you have to put a lot down, not just a few hundred, like a lot down for it to hopefully maybe take off just a little bit and hope that it continues to keep going. I don't want to do that. So that's where I had to do some more researching, and it sounds like you do want to self-publish your books, which means you do want your ISBN number, which means you're going to fork over a lot of money, I'm sorry, to be able to get your stuff out there. However, it sounds like one company, which I don't like now, unless, it's not that I don't like the company, it's the idea of not accepting your own ISBN numbers and making you purchase only theirs. I get that, there's probably a lot of, basically people are going to screw each other over. That's just how life is. And so the companies might have put the screws, but then might have been good in certain areas. And then the people, and then, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a back and forth. It's always going to be like that. And so it gets to where companies and things have to make decisions to where it's like, okay, well, I'm going to have to tighten the reins because it's too much flexibility and people are taking advantage of this. They're finding little loopholes. It's not helping our company. So let's tighten the reins. And then here you go. You have to get your own ISBN through us. I can see it, like I said, going both ways. So what I don't personally get is why the cost for ISBN to be that expensive. Ain't it literally just, I guess, a machine generating a code numbers and that's it? So where is the rest of the money going is what I'm questioning. Why are we paying so much for it? And it sounds like Canada has theirs for free. UK has theirs for a little bit cheaper, I think, than what we're having to pay here in America. So why do we have, where's the money going? I really want to know where the money is going for your company. So if this video ever gets out there or however, I want to know where the money is going because it is literally no sense. Like, I'm sure there's probably somebody that does some sort of computer stuff and that's just all it is. And the websites, yeah, they're expensive, but I know that you got like so many people in the world that are creating books that's going to be able to keep that website paid with ease. But again, where's the money going? So it's just literally random generated numbers. Like why? It should not be expensive. In fact, we probably shouldn't even be paying for that. What my theory is that I was thinking about, I'm like, why don't they do this? Why do we have to have separate numbers for separate books? Is what it sounds like. So why not have an author have one ISBN number and that covers all of their books? Because all you got to do is search that specific number and sort through the books that the person has. Oh, voila. But instead, they're making it more complicated and more money to receive. And you know what I'm saying? So it's just, but anyway, so it's just kind of one of those things where you have to really do your research. What are you doing? What type of book are you doing? What are you creating? Where, and figure out, all the stuff. Is it best to do just free ISBNs, through Amazon or wherever, Amazon KDP? I have to say KDP because it is specific. And or there's I've heard some other names, but I can't remember them right now because again I'm learning this stuff. It's just it blows my mind, like I said, about this ISBN number stuff, the pricing and everything. So anyway, that's that. But yeah, so definitely research. And then, like I said, as far as that's the next step that I'm going to be discovering is that I came across this one through that ISBN thing. I think it's through them, if I remember correct. It's a specific name. They work out in Italy. They're trying to expand, and it sounds like a lot of good stuff with it, but then a lot of like maybe hold off on the publishing a physical book, like a paperback or hardcover. I think they only do paperback or something like that. I can't remember, but something like that. But what they do specialize in and help with, but you will have to fork over money. I don't know how much because I haven't looked into it yet, but I will do an update video and all that kind of stuff. And I'll try to maybe link these videos together. You'll have to hear a whole bunch of other things. I apologize to get to the messages. But basically, it sounds like for right now, and that's what I'm working on right now, is eBooks and audiobooks is their specialty at the moment, to being able to get it, internationally with a lot of countries that he mentioned. Because, like I said, I'm researching and stuff. And he, basically was talking to the executive producer, whatever title name, and all that kind of stuff, for the company that's out in Italy. And so I started watching some of the interview, with her and all of that. And so I got a little bit of the information. But yeah, so it sounds like that they are really good at helping to get your stuff out there as far as certain countries and things like that. So, but it has to be eBooks and audiobooks. If I can remember, I'll try to put their info also in the description. I'll probably have a lot of information in the description if I remember, because right after this video, I'm pretty much going to be hurrying up, uploading it. If I have to piece it together, because when I do the screen sharing, I don't know if it's going to let me while I'm recording like this. I'm going to pause it and then see if it'll let me. It might make me stop the video and then re-record, so we'll see. And so then I'll have to slap it all together. But I'm just hoping that I can remember all of this stuff that I'm trying to say. Because like I said, I'm so tired. I'm exhausted. I just want to be in bed. But I got to keep going. And so life don't stop. That's just how things is. Anyway, but don't think for 1 minute that when I can get some sleep, I'm going to get that sleep. Everything somehow is just going to have to wait, because we can't function if we don't have good sleep. And so, I don't want to head down there. And then not only that, it's not healthy for you. You're not going to get in good shape. You're just going to look ill. There's so many things. And I know I probably look ill right now. But anyway, but yeah, so we'll see what happens with that. But I'm going to screen share that in a minute. But I wanted to share this with y'all real quick before I get to the puzzles. The daily planner. The daily planner basically is where it's got, that's what it looks like. I have it literally, it's different colors. It's hard to tell. This is blue, but I have blue. It even says it on the back: blue, pink, orange, green. And then I even have some inspirational, encouraging, motivational type words at the beginning. I might just read a few, but basically this planner that I'm going to be using is, and it is for sale basically. Oh yeah, I didn't get to look at that and see. It's a heart down there and a butterfly at the top part. I'll have to turn the light on to see better. But anyway, yeah, so, and I thought the blue was supposed to be more, the roses was supposed to be more of a cobalt blue, but you can't tell in this color anyway, because I got the green lights going in the background. But it's supposed to be a cobalt blue. And so I give some ideas to help inspire in comfortable ways for less anxiety planning with your creative daily planner. And basically, this is not just a normal traditional type planner. It's got like the days that you can choose, and it's got a section on there, the ones that you're going to check mark. It's the to-do list. You sign the date, and then, because it's 365 pages or something like that, 370 pages. And you got priority section, which is a little box, another box for enthusiastic for, Another section for appointments, and then you have breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, fitness, and mood. And the reason why it's important also for the fitness and the mood and what you ate is because what I've heard that someone said, the scientist said, research basically, it sounds like, and it seems like it could be having some truth to it, is that what you eat, and this was a fitness person basically that had mentioned it. I just don't see why they would lie, but people do. So, anywho's, that within up to 2 days, from 2 days prior, what you had ate can affect your moods, your energy levels, and things like that. So, whenever you start feeling, they say to check back 2 days and see what you ate and things like that. Because I think what that is probably is maybe like food allergies, checking maybe, things like that or whatever, and just seeing what affects you, because certain foods energize people, certain foods slug people, certain food, So that's the reason why I have that on there as well. Might sound silly, but you can use it for that or whatever, reason that you want to use it for if you're interested in this type of book and you like the style of it. I'm definitely going to be doing way more different styles and different types. But this one is strapped with Amazon because I did use their free ISBN. So a lot of these books right now that I have made are strapped with them. So like I said, now that I'm going to be expanding, I'm learning a little bit more, because that's why I had to order these, so I can learn, like, okay, I can go to where I had set it up at and look at the size of the text print and be like, okay, that looks a little too big, that looks a little too small. What size do I need to make it, to be? And therefore, I can start learning, because I don't know anything as far as tech, computer things and all that. So, or these programs. And so I'm having to learn on my own once I observe and see, like, oh, okay, I need to make this, text this size. Oh, maybe I need to do the picture this way. Oh, I need to, And so it teaches me along the way. And so, yeah, so real quick, like I said, I'm trying to keep this going. All right, so I explained, like I just said, about the fitness and the food and all that, and I go a little more in detail. All right, so motivational, inspirational, encouraging quotes and affirmations. Like I said, I'm just doing a few real quick. Planning is my happy place. Enjoy the little things. Wake up and be awesome. You've got this. Make it happen. Dreams don't work unless you do. Good things take time. Be patient with yourself. A goal without a plan is just a wish. It's a slow process, but quitting won't speed it up. And then I have two more pages of more of inspirational, encouraging, things like that. And then the rest should be all the way through, but with different colors. I'm just making sure, of the planner book, basically. And so I'll try to show you all the design. Now, when you do the ISBN, you're not going to have your name or anything on there. It's going to say like Copel, Texas or whatever, and made in the USA, and then it'll show the date, and then it'll have the barcode. And then what I did is I went ahead and put on the back my website and my Etsy shop. So therefore, even though it is limiting and it's not letting the author be known, at least, therefore, if somebody does purchase this and they're interested in more, I have a specific page on my website to share all of these books. Now, these are not live yet. I don't know what's the holdup, so I'm waiting on. I'm going to have to check the email again and just I'm checking daily, basically, every few hours, because they send an email and let you know, like, hey, you got to make some fixes. And then, once you fix the solution, resend it and all of that. So, I've only had to do that twice to books. Once was because of the title. It was too repetitive. And then last night was that I needed right here. I needed the words to the book. It's a very pretty one. It's just really hard to see. It's Galaxy with a pink rose and the blue roses down here. But I was supposed to put on there what it is. It's a love word search book. I don't know why it's so dark in here. I need to use this, though. That's why I brought that little lamp in here for that reason, so I can put the lamp here and then have, show y'all what I'm trying to show y'all. Anyway, so I went ahead, updated it, and put on there, the love word, kind of thing. So this is a love word search book. Basically, this stuff. So that way you have an idea of what I'm talking about. And I'll have to do another video and actually show y'all in some light because, like I said, the colors, it's like a cream color, kind of like a golden color for the print. It's got like hearts, beautiful print. I'll try to I'll stand up in a minute and see maybe if I can show it a little bit better. I'll have to look over there. But anyway, these type of books. And so I have some ideas basically for whether it's yourself doing it solo or competing with a friend or a partner or whatever, some fun, little ideas. But I don't know if I'll get it out in time for Valentine's. That's why I was trying to hurry up and get this done. But anyway, so the more words, it's going to be complicated, this one. The smaller that it gets. And I can't remember this one. I try to keep up with that. I think, yeah, let me see. We'll look at it and see. I'll show y'all. Okay, yeah, so this one, thankfully, because the words are complicated at the end, like really long words that are pieced together and things like that. But luckily, it does go sideways and up and down, not reverse and this, that, and the other, which some of the other books I do have in reverse and all that. But it has all the solution pages as well. And then what I have that I'm trying to make it a little unique, which I'll be expanding and adding more and, figuring out along the way, basically. I think it's 22 pages of these notes, which is pink color with the hearts. And then I have, because you're going to be making memories with this book. And that's why I'm thinking instead of just going through wood or whatever they use for the materials and wasting that, instead of it being wasted, being able to keep these as a keepsake because it's going to have memories. Because this is, you can do either sketch pages or you can do like a picture, photo collage, whatever you want to do. So where therefore you have the memory, if you're buying this for you and your partner to have fun with or whatever, you can take pictures while y'all are doing it or sketch together, something, form the memories that y'all are going to form together. If you're with somebody. If you're solo, like myself, have some fun. And you can maybe even get crafty. And if you're into prayers, prayer intents, manifesting, whatever, and you want, which I'm going to be creating my own candle, your twin flame, then, when the time is right, I'm not doing anything like that because I got to work on myself and, things like that. And it takes time. If you just jump in relationship, more than likely, and I'm not trying to sound all preachy here and psychiatrist and this, that, and the other, you're going to keep attracting, like I've done before too, the same type of partner and things like that. You're going to carry on your baggage, your triggers, your this, that, and the other over into the new relationship, which is unfair because they don't deserve that. So then if things go wrong and things get triggered or whatever, it's a whole thing, then, you know what I mean? So that's why for me, I like to take time, work on self, try to, when the time is right, I'll be guided. And then, I'll start probably working on processes like that. I'll make my own candles, draw my sigils, whatever, prayer intents, this, that, and the other. And try to work on attracting, who is meant to be in my life. But right now, my main focus is getting healthier, working on all what I've just talked about, and then trying to do the Naturally Recovering Autism program with my little man, and more doors hopefully will keep opening along the way is what I'm hoping for him, for me, and, make things easier. Because right now, especially with the way that the world is, and somebody that does not understand special needs, because they're not going to, you have to learn. It takes time and, things like that. And you have to learn the person's special needs and this, that, and the other. And with the way that everything is, I don't see anybody having the patience, the compassion, the understanding, and all that for that. Not only that, he forms a pattern where, he thinks that he can go places all the time because he loves getting on the road. And so if somebody has to work or whatever, it's just not going to work. So there's just too much to it. But anyway, that's that. So yeah, so I have this loved one. And then, like I said, I'll have to show y'all better sometime with some light. This one is out right now, though, the flowers. So there's different type of flower species and things like that. I'm trying to get it to where it's educational, so kids could do this, teens, adults, because with flower species, when you're discovering something new, it's awesome to research further into, and it might be something that you need at the moment, or you need to plant, whatever, maybe some herbal type things or something, And so it just helps to have, that type of information and everything. And so that's pretty much how I have it. I give the how-to ideas again. This one's got pretty blue and cream color type flowers. And the reason why these books are so expensive is because it's in color. If I was to do like the original, which I don't think I don't have the original yet. I did order copies, but this is for sale copies for those. I think I'll have one or two in my shop for that one. And I think I'll have, which one? Yeah, this one. I think I'll have one or two flower ones as well. If it actually takes off, then I'll buy more. But there's no point in me storing books and all of that until I know that, people are interested. And so, but if I do seem to actually make sales on Etsy, I'll probably buy them from Amazon to, But yeah, so it's got really pretty, like I said, I'll have to show again. Like I'll specifically talk and show just these books in a separate video. And maybe I've learned more information by then is what I'm thinking it'll be, and then I'll do that then. So same concept. This one's going to have collage type pictures where you can add. It's got the pretty little, designs and stuff. And it does have some of those dots in the background. I just thought that was kind of neat to, maybe have that. And then this has the notes. So I think it's 22 collage pages and then 22 notes. Eventually I'm going to play around with and maybe change the color of the hearts. And, like I said, there's a lot that I got to figure. There's so much that I'm doing. But yeah, that's what that one is. And that's the back of this one. And so it's pretty. I really like it. I kind of like, it's the matte finish. It's not shiny, which I look into the shiny one. I can't remember the name. It's a certain name. Glossy, something like that. I'll make one like that sometime. But yeah, so these are strapped to Amazon. There's nothing that I can do about that. But I could probably, you can't use the same file. So what I'd have to do is recreate it or maybe add more different, I can't wait to show y'all the other ones because I have so many other ideas in there too, like this one. I forgot to show y'all that. Like this flower one. So not only do you get, to do the puzzle and all that, because like I said, I'm trying to get these as keepsake. So it's not just, okay, I'm done with the puzzle here. Do you want to play with it? And we toss it, whatever the reasons, but it's just a small little keepsake. But yeah, so for instance, so I have different type of flowers as well with some facts. So it'll be like dandelions symbolize resilience, transformation, and hidden wishes waiting to be fulfilled. And then let's just go a little further down. Floral teas offer both physical and energetic healing. Pressed flowers can be used for art and spiritual keepsakes. Blue lotus is used in ancient traditions for relaxation and spiritual awakening. Peonies have been used in traditional medicine for reducing pain and inflammation. So, but I will have a more advanced one, is what I'm going to work on sometime, where it's still going to be like flowers and herbs, nature, things like that. So therefore, I'll have like metaphysical properties and herbal medicine, maybe some tincture or something type of recipe, or, it's going to be way more expanded with what I'll do. And what I did, like with I think it was the crystal one, where I did similar things like that, is I'll also put it at the back, so it'll store all the information along with, So we'll see. Like I said, there's a lot I'm learning. I'm figuring all this out. I got to learn text sizes, this, that, the other. I got some other programs that I'm going to be trying out as well. So we'll see how everything goes, and we'll pretty much go from there. All right, so that's that. And then, like I said, at the end, I'll probably pull like one card or two. I'm going to show y'all the next book real quick, and therefore I'll try to put them in the description as well, because if you're, like I said, if you're a bookmaker as well, author, et cetera, and you're looking into expanding and doing ebooks and audiobooks, this is the place to do. So let's see if it'll let me. I don't know. I'm going to pause it and then try. Hopefully you'll see me back on screenshot. I mean, you will regardless. It's just hopefully it'll let me continue to record. Is what I'm hoping for, and not having to piece videos together. Okay, so it looks like it will. So I'm able to pause it and do all that. So, okay, let's see. So it is showing that it's showing. All right, so I'm going to go over here and then be able to, because I'm not able to see the screen to where I'm recording at, that kind of thing. Anywho's, all right, so this book, basically, this is going to be a kid's book. And so I have it like a magical war. Kids, teen, can be for adults too. It don't matter. The reason why I'm putting kids and teens is because I'm trying to let parents know like it's safe for kids and teens as well. However, some parents might not feel that it's safe. What I'm trying to aim for with this is, instead of spiritual enlightenment, human enlightenment, things like that, because it is like that, but not like that. It's mostly, I guess you would say, human enlightenment. So therefore there's no religion, no spirituality, no nothing attached. Just I'm doing things in a practical way that'll hopefully give, some sort of good ideas or things like that to help kids, teens, adults, or whatever, find, some self-discovery or whatever. Now, this basically helps write the first section of each chapter for a book. It's AI, and it's Designnr. I don't see anywhere on here where it shows the name. Okay, it's just letting me know that I have it open. I don't know if it's showing that or not. But anyway, it's Designnr. It's like, okay, it's DESIGNRR. So it helps you to write it. I'll show you all that in a second. I'll go into all that detail. Let me just go ahead and do this real quick. So this will be the cover that I chose for the moment. So it's The Hidden Kingdom, a kids and teens enlightening journey of self-discovery. Then Jennifer's Enchanting Love Creations. And then this is chapter 1. Now you will see things like that because I'm in editing mode. So like I said, it gives you just a little bit of the ideas and then you run with it. And so what my plan is that, like I said, in a practical way, without any type of ties to, so this can reach to a more wider audience that's more fair, more mindful of people, things like that. So it gives a practical approach. And I would love to do, what I believe in and everything. But again, I'm not trying to corner myself, like just be in a little box and just be like, hey, I'm only reaching out to these people and that's it. I want to be able to help regardless. And I hope I can inspire, encourage, whatever, something that can be helpful, because this is going to be written in a way to where everybody, including my own self, because that's the reason why I'm going to really be focusing on this, including myself, when I read things or watch things or whatever, I need encouragement, inspiration, or something. And so, again, I'm trying to do it for a wider audience, not just, I want to reach out to my brothers, sisters, whatever you want to call each other, because we're all in this together. And so with how things are going, a lot of people are forced to doing jobs, or forced to this, or forced to that. If we can self-discover things that, not only, it's not a matter of just making us happy, it's a matter of being able to discover. And, let's say I read this and then I go through whatever and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I didn't think about this. I didn't think about that. Put some thought into it. Yeah, maybe I'm into this. Da, 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 da. Maybe that was meant that month, right? So then 10 months down the road go and I'm like, something's got to be back to the book, reread it again. And because it's going to be a pretty short book, I think. I'm going to try to keep it short, not long, but not overly short either. but therefore, just a quick little, oh yeah, that's right. I was made to think about this, and because like I said, it's in a way that things gonna be worded to where it's not specific. It's for you to think, connect with your guides, God, whoever you believe in. Do what you got to do, whether you believe in anything or not. Just put it that way. And therefore, you can think on these kind of things, reflect on it, and go from there. However you want to do it, how you're comfortable with doing things. And so that's how I'm going to try to word it and all of that as well. So that I love things like that. And that's why for me, like when I was watching anime, and I've noticed that, like I was always a Disney girl growing up. And then for some reason, I guess when life got to be life, and I wasn't living in a sheltered cocoon, I mean, I still kind of am because I still have to stay in my house 24/7 to make sure my son's safe because, he's nonverbal autistic. And so I can't safely travel with him. Long story. But anyway, so I literally am home 24/7. Sucks, but that's how it is. And so now I'm trying to remember what I was trying to say. I went on too much about that, but I wish I wasn't so tired. But yeah, so I'm just trying to remember if I can in time. It's going to take a second, and if not, then I'm just going to move forward, and then I'll be one of those maybe where it's just, oh yeah, kind of thing. I don't remember, but yeah, so I don't remember. I can't move forward. There was something happened there, and it just, but it's probably also because I think they're getting near an hour or something. Let me go back to it. Let me see. Yeah, 46 minutes. Okay. All right. So basically, yeah, I mean, you've probably been able to read it, huh? Yeah, it was big enough to read. So pretty much, like I said, I'm also going through, I'm changing the name. They had like Elena or something like that, and I have Crystallina's. And then I'm going to be adding things to it as well, where I'm going to be adding, because it's supposed to be stepping into like the portal, the doorway, because it's a imaginary fantasy, magical, enchanting, enlightening, type of experience. And so I'm trying to do things, a certain way. I actually created this picture. Let's see if it'll pull it up. Where you at? Because I'm just learning this background. I'm just learning. It should have my picture. There it is. I just slapped a lot of those pretty things together. And what's funny is it actually goes with a lot of things that I created. I can't show you all that because it's on my other. And that's the issue too, is that I would have to. No, maybe I could use StreamYard over there because I thought it was tied. Yeah, I thought it was tied to the Google. It's not. Okay, good. So I can actually, work with this. Anyway, so everything, because there's a lot that I got to show over there on that Google account. But yeah, so I just basically slapped all that together. And, it ended up real pretty. And that's basically what you see right here for the header or whatever you want to call it part. And but there's a lot that, like I said, I'm just learning this program. It's got a lot of things. So elements, as you can pause the video, it'll make it much quicker. So I'm going to have to fly through this. But you can see all the options that you can choose. Like I said, I'm still learning it. And then you got images. I only just put a few for the moment. I think this is it's their own images or whatever. Then they have suggested images, which is pretty cool looking. So they actually do have some pretty good looking images. That's neat. Artwork and shapes. Okay, so shapes or whatever. And then column. Okay, so rows and stuff. So layouts. Templates. I already chose this one that has that. It was like a brown. They were trying to match that color, and that's what was all here. And it just, to me, was like, ugh, it was so plain. But anyway, that, it matches. I see where they were going at with that. And so favorites, like I said, I just started the program. I don't know. Write ideas so you probably, okay, yeah, so Word Genie chat. So you could probably get more ideas for the ebook. You can ask it anything. What I love about it is, I'm going to show you all that in a second when we get there. Okay, so it's just let me know when I worked on it. There's other options here as well. And I don't know what all that does. But anyway, What I love over here, it makes it so easy. Not only can you chat with them, but you can, where is it at? Search. So you can go here and then type in whatever, and or select from one of those, and it pulls up the options like step by step. Let me see. I did. Let's just put in add in pictures. See if it'll, because it has different options. How to use, but you have to be more specific. I just want to show y'all real quick. Let's see how to use the image grids. Let's just pull that one up. So what they do is they explain it all. They show you by the arrows and stuff, which is fantastic. A lot of other companies really should be doing that, and then it lets you rate and all that kind of stuff. Um, and so therefore, you can actually find your answers real quick. So I really love that option. If I ever got a chance to open up anything of my own like this, I would definitely. I hope it showed all of that. I can't tell. If it didn't show, I apologize, because it looks like it's stuck on that screen. What happened? Free up space. I don't know what happened there. Okay, am I moving? I'm moving, but it might not have showed y'all all of. No, did I? Okay, give me a second. Boop. Okay. I was getting worried. I was like, no, it didn't show it, because sometimes it'll like. Back then, I remember when you didn't click a button, like it said that to show the screen or show this or show that or whatever, it wouldn't show what you were showing. It would do something opposite or whatever. And so, okay, good. So it does show. I was getting worried there. I'm like, no. But anyway, so as you can see, there's so many options on that page. How do I, let's just, there you go. Nice. I mean, they've done a lot of changes. So StreamYard to record, that's where I'm recording at right now, is fantastic if you want to do screen sharing and all of that as well. So, their options have gotten so much better over the, because it was frustrating, because like I just said, I would do a whole video like that trust me, back then it was a little longer. Okay. I've been learning to try to get things quicker. So basically, when you would go back and you realize that it didn't work, and then I had to redo the whole thing again, and there was a lot of things that I forgot to mention or whatever, and I'd be frustrated, and I'm trying not to show it, and it's like, but yeah. So anyway, I think we covered a lot really quick. I'm gonna do really fast. I wanted to let y'all know my mediumship deck was seriously amazing, because I'm going through personal things. And I literally, and I'm not just trying to, because again, I'm not selling not this deck. I want to, it's just so expensive to get it created. And I know people are not want to be able to, some people do want to put money down, but some people don't. And so the only way I can make it as cheap as possible, which is not going to be good quality and things like that, I don't think it would be. I don't know, because I haven't tried it yet, is I got to hand make everything myself. So, and that's going to take forever. And so I don't know. I got to figure out how to get this out there. I might only just get a few copies when I can, because again, it's expensive. So, it's basically more of enjoyment of seeing others use it. There's no profit for me, basically. But the enjoyment, and the enjoyment to me outweighs the profit. But we're in a world where you do have to make profit too. When things improve for me, when I don't have to worry as much, then I will probably definitely be selling these some. But anyway, so I had an amazing experience, because I had done one video showing these cards. And it's hard to see in this room right now anyway. See, it's like they're black. I mean, you're not going to really be able to see them. No, not right now, but we'll get there. Anyways, so I had an amazing experience. I asked questions. Instead of having it separate like I did last time on the video, I just held it in my hand like this. And I was just like, okay, and I would ask a question like, where is it located at, or something, or what's going on, help guide me to what's going on that I need to be aware about and mindful right now. So let's just do that real quick. And so I have so many different times, like, okay, right now, for some reason, they're guiding me to the amount of time and how long cards can be in a month. So what that would mean is whatever that I'm going to experience that I just asked for, that I need to be aware and mindful about, is going to happen within a month. All right. So then, see what I'm saying? It's extremely magical and powerful. I don't know. I'm guided to this. I didn't even get to ask a question yet. So we're going to find that out together. So this is what it can be cards. Well, here we go. What I was kind of wanting to know. So in a month, what could be is use my pendulum might mean double check my guidance, answer, or confirmation. Okay. So either in a month that's going to happen or right now. One of the two. And you would just, fill into your guidance and this, that, and the other. Let's see, now I'm pulled to this one. Another what it can be. I'm actually pulled to these two. So both of these are what it can be cards. Crystals, when I did the thing for it, it was crystals. Before that, it was something about crystals that I saw somewhere. And then I was making the crystal thing, and that stood out. And then I pulled this card for crystals. And so it keeps theming with the crystals. All right, so crystals might be needed for the stone's specific metaphysical meanings or properties. So maybe to discover the answer or whatever the meaning is, because, let the guidance happen. When the answers will reveal itself, kind of thing for that one. Then it'll be search in the next room or nearby. So for me, it would either be the bathroom, because I keep harping about bathroom. And even with Spirit Box Session, that when they deleted my accounts, I had Spirit Box Sessions and stuff talking about that as well. Or it could be the old room that we slept in. And so that's where it's helpful to do that. And then, there you go. They just reminded me. Pendulum. I would use a pendulum. Okay, let's define which room it is. And then you see, that's why I wanted these cards like this, not just for mediumship questions either. It could be, I lost a ring or something, All right, so you lost, this is just an example one. Let me try to find it where I was just at, that type of, can be guided messages. Where is it? So let's say I lost my ring. All right. Dining room. Well, give it a try. Just see, humor the cards and just see if it's in the dining room. Maybe you lost a ring or something and you lost something. Check your dining room. Just see. Maybe the message was for you, If it is, let me know in the comments. That would be wonderful to know. And what it was. You don't have to go into detail. Just be like, hey, that was cool, or whatever. And that, it was in my dining room or whatever. Okay, right now I'm being pulled to this. So what it can be. This can be residual energies. Residual can be intelligent too. So let's say you didn't lose something and you needed to know what was in your living room. Then this can be residual energies, residual, and can be intelligent too. So that's what's going on with you. For some people, because again, there's a lot of people, hopefully, that watch this video. And so there's going to be different reasons, different, but yeah, so what that would mean, though, this can be residual energies. So basically, there's a residual thing going on, or a few residual, however many, and with an intelligent being with the residual as well. Or it could be an intelligent being that's leaving behind some residual stuff. So whatever's going on, good, bad, in between, this, that, and the other, they're leaving residual stuff that needs to be cleansed, cleared, transmuted, and purified. Maybe filtered as well. Whatever, is going on. I do that type of work. It's just, I'd rather teach my students because of how complicated that can get. Because it's, it's one of those things where it's going to consume your time. So whatever's affecting you will affect me and my family. And so, or anybody that knows me or anybody that watches me or whatever will be affected by, and so I don't mind that. I do want to set some time when I can, especially when my son's more recovered from autism and things like that, to where when I'm more free in myself, Um, I can try to kind of block everybody around me and just try to focus on what's going on and try to help, things like that. But anyway, that's a ways away. And, but yeah, I mean, you get the idea. I'm just guided to pull one more. Okay, so this is a what it can be cards. Energy healing may be needed for the situation. So um, that would be like to wrap it up. So after the cleansing, transmuting, this, that, and the other that I just mentioned about that room or whatever, the residuals and all that kind of stuff, then you would probably need some energy healing to help with, because it's might have affected your psyche, whatever you want to call it, your mind, body, spirit, that kind of thing. And that whether it attached to you or not, if it did attach to you, you would have to get a removal first. And then if not, then it's just, like I said, energy healing. It can be anything from Reiki, crystal healing to, I don't know if shamans do that kind of stuff or not. I haven't looked into that. And any type of energy healing, because there's different types of energy healings, not just Reiki or just crystal healing. There's many different types. And so it just depends on what's needed for you. Is it really focused on chakras? If it is, probably a crystal healing session. If it's focused in other areas, maybe a Reiki session or a hands-on energy healing session, because I think that's what they're called, hands-on energy healing or energy healing, hands-on energy healing. There's so many things out there, but yeah, so that was actually a beautiful way to end that. Now, real quick, the cards that I do have on my Etsy shop, and again, and the reason why that I keep mentioning this is because I don't want people to purchase these cards and be like, oh my God, there's like some words that I can't read. That's the reason why I'm trying to constantly mention it, because I don't want people to be like, hey, I spent some money, on this, blah, blah, blah. The words aren't readable, this and the other. My fault. Again, I'm not no tech guru. I had to learn. I spent money, unfortunately, on a ton of these decks. Beautiful cards, beautiful, like they don't stick and things like that. Everything's perfect except for there are some where you can't read the words. And so now that I had to learn borders and you can put words on the borders and like I said, I'm learning all these programs and everything and all that too. So it just takes time. I'm still learning like paint.net or whatever. That's where I did a lot of these cards at, because I had to learn the size, format, and this and the other. Anyway, there's a lot to it. I'm still learning. Not perfect. And that's why I wanted to print those cards as well, because after I did that, I was like, you know what? I'm only ordering one deck. I'm not making that mistake again. And they're already dirt cheap. Like I said, I'm not getting any money from this. I'm actually losing money by selling these cards because, like I said, you're not going to make a profit. And they're actually, I think it was $5 or so more what it should be charged if I was going to make back exactly what I put in to make these cards. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's actually still cheaper. It's just unfortunate, some of the words are not readable. That, and then I have to learn to get the brightness levels. I'll have to learn that as well too, because some reason with their printer, it's gorgeous. Again, I can't, I want to show it, but it's just so dark. And it's dark in this room that you're not able to see. I got to get a light on it, basically. This might be a little bit more seen. I got beautiful like roses bordering it with rainbowy like effect. And it says, my shop and all that. Anyway, I'll put it, if I can, like I said, I'll try to remember to put it all in the description. It's already an hour and 3 minutes. So we're going to hurry up, pull a few cards, and then end this video real quick. I don't think I'll add the intro video. I mean, I might. I just didn't want to plan on having to do a lot of editing and all that kind of stuff. I wanted to be able to just upload it, But anyway, a few of these were quick. Like I said, this is in my Etsy shop. All right, so this is neutrality, detachment, non-interference, and underworld. Like I said, unfortunately, like this is a beautiful black and white one. Again, can't see it. I'm going to leave some of these out, so just in case I got to piece some of these. I know that one's standing out. Lemuria, ocean life or work, donate, be helpful, and relax, enjoy life. And it's more so keywords because I'm still going to have like a little bit of a guidebook with it, but I want everybody to be as flexible as they want. where they're not strapped to having to read just the guidebook, because it consumes a lot of time when you're trying to give a reading. Like you're trying to hear messages, you're trying to, when you have keywords, well, that's more advanced. At the beginning, like me and a lot of others, it's easier to do it with guidebooks because therefore you're able to sense the cards. You're hearing some messages, but you're having to work your muscles, your reading muscles, whatever you want to call it, to be able to give, more readings. And so it's so much easier, and it helps to build your confidence and things like that as well, reading the guidebook. And it helps give extra ideas. And then you're able to run with that with your own, guidance and everything as well. Then later on, that's where keywords and things like that come in handy, because then it's like, okay, I'm able to really tap into now. All I got to do is just get some keywords, get, whatever else I need, maybe a picture off of it or whatever, and then just keep the guidance and everything going without having to stop and read the guidebook. Sometimes it does help with certain keywords too. Might need a guidebook to be able to help explain it a little bit further. So it just really depends. These three, and then that's it, I think. Yeah, because like I said, I got to keep this short and end it. I don't know if I'm going to add that intro. If I did, it'd be at the end, and it would make no sense. So I'm probably not going to. I don't know. We'll see. It's a 4-minute video. It just helps basically make aware. In fact, I'm not going to put it on this one. I'll leave it on the other ones. Basically, all it's doing is help making aware for our channel, for the channels that you love or whatever. If you're new to YouTube or whatever, the reasoning is that basically it helps us creators, if you really like our content, by watching the video, liking the videos, commenting, sharing, showing activity. It basically shows YouTube like, hey, okay, this person's getting some engagement. They're liking their stuff. How about others? Is others doing the same thing? Is it new people just checking out their stuff and clicking off? What's going on? And so it just helps to, help our channels out. So whoever is your favorite, YouTube creator and all that, definitely help them out with that as well. Okay, so we got 3 last cards, and then we're going to quickly end the video. And then, like I said, there's more videos that I'm going to be making from this. It's just, I don't know when. And I will be getting back to the Spirit Box video. I still got to finish that. There's that Spirit Box, the Fires one, Steve Irwin, and all that. Now that I found out, also has Tito Jackson, and it also has Sonia Macy. So, and whoever else I don't know yet, we're going to find this out together. And so I got to finish that one. It's taken a long time because it's got a lot of Spirit Box. Like they're answering a lot. This is not just a word here or there. They're answering a lot and carrying on the conversation. So then I got to go ahead and get on the other Spirit Box session that I did that was for these plane crashes and all of that, and find out what's going on, what messages are said on there, and and all that. So that's going to also be in parts as well. So I will be getting back to that. It's just, like I said, I'm having to yo-yo, and that's why I'm waiting on, I think it was one last thing of the containers to do the food, and then I'm going to try to start that weekly meal prep if I can, along with the juices and all that, and let's just see, hopefully doors will open and all that. All right. Shutting out everyone in a love bubble cocoon. Well, Valentine's Day is coming up, so some people are going to be like that right now. All right, so entering something nostalgic or schooling. And then heart symbol, signs, love, soulmate, or twin flame. I don't know if it'll show it or not, but I wish it would. If I get close enough, it kind of shows it, but you can't really see the picture itself. But it is a big heart and all that. It's pretty. But yeah, so that's definitely a little bit of a love reading there. That's pretty cool. I'm just trying to see if I can piece anything together or just leave it as is, let you, because I am pretty tired. I got to get back to working on that book. And I think that's going to be it for that. Yeah, I'm not really hearing anything else. So, but yeah, so I do, like I said, that these cards are in, I don't have a cover like that for it, a box. I've just been like this. It comes in a plastic wrap, and then with a sachet and some other things. Anyway, I think that's it. I kicked up whatever I kicked up in the yard today because I know it had a lot of weeds and everything because I'm trying to do a lot of plucking, get the raised beds cleared out. All the overgrown grass that grew, I had to tear into that today. I still am not done with that. I got to weed eat the rest of it, and I got so much more to do. I don't know how I'm going to get all the weeds out. I might have to get that little rake top thing, the little handheld. That would probably be the best thing to do. And run it across and try to get any kind of grass stuff out. As far as growing anything, I don't know. I might do the seeds outside. I don't know yet. We'll see. But I'll have a garden video. I showed a little bit of what I did today in the video, not this video, but in a video that's on my phone that I'll be making for the garden video. There's a lot that I'm trying to do. But anyway, so yeah, I think I pretty much covered everything. There's so much I need to share with y'all, but I think that pretty much covers what I needed to say. So we'll go ahead and end this video. And I greatly appreciate all your love, support, and everything that y'all do. Hopefully some of the ideas that I've given are helpful. Hopefully the reading was a little bit helpful, and anything else hopefully was helpful. And hopefully this video and all my other videos are actually being seen and not just somebody new, checking my content out and then just watching like 10 seconds and then flipping out. And, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if anybody really watches my stuff or not, but I'm going to continue to produce regardless. And some of it, is kind of my personal journaling as well. And then some of it is, for other reasons and for things like this too, being able to share things or tips or whatever. And, hopefully it gets out there. Maybe these books and other things that I'm fixing to be doing maybe will help, spread some word and get it out there. But like I said, I don't think putting money into Amazon would help. I think it's going to be the same thing like the rest, Etsy shop and YouTube and Facebook and this, that, and the other. I think it's going to be kind of the same concept that you might get some activity. And I don't know, maybe it's just paying for bot view activity. I don't know. I know that people like word searches and different things that I'm making, and they're not horrible looking. They're not the best, but I know that there's interest out there. But, I'm just giving an example because, like I said, things that I do, it's just going unnoticed constantly. Like I had made a post a while back ago saying that I'm fantastic at, I can't remember how I worded it, but it was basically saying that I'm great at not getting any views or any, like I'm great at that basically. So, and then you got other content creators that are great at actually getting the views and this, that, and the other. And I'm just literally great at not succeeding. That's what I think it was. I'm great at not succeeding. So, it is what it is. Whatever the reasonings are, it is what it is. And so, but yeah, I think a lot of it too is the world that we're in right now. A lot of the stuff that I do probably is boring, probably not entertaining enough because a lot of people are still attracted to the drama and fear and things like that. But there's my community out there that are like me that we're mindful and we've practiced things and this, that, and the other to get away from the news and the gossip and the drama and this, that, and the other. But they're out there. I've seen them. It's just, for some reason, they're not coming to me. Maybe I'm not young enough and pretty enough, or, there's got to be some sort of reasons, dramatic enough, something that's not pushing my stuff out there. So I'll probably be working on changes as well, and just seeing what happens. So anyway, I appreciate any love and support. I really do. And I will definitely see y'all sometime. I will be making more content, and it just takes me a little time right now because there's so much on my plate. But I'm hoping to fix some of that, like I said, by picking a day to do meal prep, juice, and this, that, and the other. So I'll give updates on all that as well. Much love, everybody. I will definitely see y'all soon. And so definitely, bye for now.